Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Erickson TV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey Curtis, everybody.
Hey Lauren, article about 401k retirement plans, and this was an interesting statistic. We've talked about baby boomers before, which I am one of them. You're not quite yet one of them, but but the interesting thing is between now and the year 2029, the statistic is that one baby boomer is retiring every 9 seconds, which is pretty remarkable.
Okay, that makes sense.
So so there's 75 million baby boomers, and so the gist of this article is that first of all, they talk about the average investment in a 401k for these baby boomers. Actually, for all people, is about 147,000 according to the Fidelity. But the more important question is once you're at that moment to retire, or maybe already just recently retired, should you leave the money in your employer's 401k and use that, as your future retirement income withdrawal vehicle, or should you roll it out directly to an IRA that is controlled by you or perhaps another financial advisor?
Right. And usually you should roll to an IRA.
Right.
Nearly always.
And this article does say that, and some of the good reasons, which I agree, is typically in an employer 401k plan, they have much more limited investment alternatives. Right. So it's harder to get up that global diversification.
Yes, that's definitely true.
And then the other reason, of course, is that you not just having the choices, but again, they talk about actually dealing with human relations and human resources to get access to your money.
Right.
Sometimes it takes longer from a 401k versus an IRA, which can happen very quickly. Now, there was an investment advisor in here that gave me pause, and he said that one of the reasons that I think you should move your money out of the 401k to an IRA is then you can start using variable annuities. Which I don't like that advice.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible advice.
Without going in an in-depth discussion of variable annuities, I think that reading between the lines, this gentleman's advisor is going to make a large commission off that, and he's selling safety because you can get these guaranteed income withdrawal limits, which add a huge expense ratio to your portfolio. Okay, and then now the one reason they say that perhaps you would consider leaving it in your employer 401k because you're pooling your money with perhaps at a big corporate plan, you may have lower expense ratios. Do you think that would be enough reason to leave it there? Lower expense
Probably
ratio?
not enough.
Yeah.
The only reasons why an investor might, good reasons why an investor might want to keep their money in the 401k plan is because they might be, the 401k plan might automatically rebalance for them.
Right.
And so if they're not going to work with an advisor and they know that they can't invest their own money, which some people don't want to work with an advisor and know that they cannot invest their own money, then it might be okay to leave it with. But I mean, there's another problem that they didn't bring up, which is that many people when they retire have 4 or 5 401k plans, and it gets pretty ridiculous to leave your money in all these different 401k plans. You should just put them into one IRA and keep it simple. And too many people choose complexity and confusion when their investments should be simple and focused.
Right. Yeah, and I've been doing a lot of analysis of individual 401k plans. It seems like a lot of them are heading to the direction of these target plans. And
that's another. For some people that's fine, but for many people, once you retire, you basically want, especially once you retire, you basically want your asset mix to stay the same.
Right.
If you're into 60% stocks and 40% bonds when you retire, for many people that's where they want to stay, and that those target mixes don't work well for people. And in a lot of 401k plans, basically what it comes down to is they've got a bunch of funds and they're all doing the same thing.
Right.
And then they have 4 large cap U.S. funds and then 1 fund of international, and there's not really diversification.
Right. Yeah, that's the biggest weakness I noticed in this episode. Is very, very lacking in international exposure and emerging markets and small cap, and then getting true value and small cap value in the international or U.S. front too. All right. Well, thank you for watching this episode of Erickson TV. If you know a baby boomer that's retiring, maybe yourself soon, please feel free to contact Lauren or myself that we can help you guide you with some objective strategies that maybe you could seize control of your own retirement, but also be diversified and put it on autopilot with rebalancing. All right. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye-bye.